We are going to begin things, though, with a special tribute to the person on the cover of this issue. And I will pass things over to Ian Letourneau to tell you a bit more about him. Ian is managing editor of the Fiddlehead, publisher also of Emergency Flash Mob Chapbooks, and he is author of the recently released poetry collection, Metadata from a Changing Climate, which is Gasbro Press's last book before it shifts ownership, which is pretty exciting. Ian, take it away.
Thank you, Sue. Our spring issue, as we've been mentioning a few times, gave us an opportunity to pay tribute to Robert Gibbs, who died October 20th last year. He was 94. As part of the spring issue, we asked Brian Bartlett to write a tribute, and we would like to read the following paragraph from Brian's piece, just to give you a sense of Bob's achievement. So this is the quote. Poems by Gibbs first appeared in print in 1949, but he worked at his craft, studied and taught poetry, and developed his amalgam of styles before publishing The Road from Here in 1968 with New Brunswick Chapbooks. Then his first full-length collection 2 years later with Fiddlehead Poetry Books. Earth Charms Heard So Early, 1970, was followed by A Kind of Wakefulness, 1973, All This Night Long, 1978, The Tongue Still Dances, New and Selected Poems, 1985, Driving to Our Edge, 2003, and All Things Considered, 2013, along with 2 chapbooks and a pamphlet. Gibbs's St. John childhood and youth feed into his 2 lively, scampishly humored short story collections and his 3 novels in which charm, gentleness, and whimsy win the day. His valuable editorial work includes a major collection of E.J. Pratt's poetry, the anthology 90 Seasons, Modern Poems from the Maritimes, several volumes of Alden Nowlan's prose and journalism, and many issues of the Fiddlehead, for which he served as both editor and poetry editor. And in fact, not written here, Bob was also the literary executor of Alden Nowlan's estate. In the spring issue, we also reprinted several poems of Bob's that appeared in the Fiddlehead, including that first ever publication when he was a UNB student in 1949. He published many times in the Fiddlehead's early days. There was a very spacious lacunae when he served the magazine with distinction while a faculty member, but after retired, he appeared many more times. Now I'll read 3. The first published in issue number 10 in 1949, one from 1957 and one from 2010. Green glows life. Green glows life, and breath breathes softly, diffused and seeping throughout. What glory is there? But death leaves tooled leather, gold chips, heaping about. Cross purposes. Cold it is tonight, and still, and every star in its place, charting a course for the moon waxing to Easter fullness. Out of place here, as always, at cross purposes, I strive to bring into speech words that are only spoken when left unsaid. The snow has kept its secrets, masking the scored deformity of the earth, casting off the illuminating eye. The night holds its peace. There are some stillnesses better left, and some movements better withheld. The final moving Andante never wanders from silence. The earth, stones, and trees hold steady, waiting on the sun. The snow is cut off and falls away, but never takes from us the knowledge that what appeared a surface face and feature only of a spirit lies deep and sure and will not be moved. And this is the third and final poem. These are entrances, these are exits. Counterclockwise, this door turns. It takes in more than it lets out. I lower my eyes to the book and see iris fade in and out, Iris, always elusive, even to John, her spouse and memorist. Without looking up, I watched the endless round of halt and hail, caught together between clear blades that snatch at others too, as they pass down the hall to urgence or diagnostic imaging, where right now my brother Don lies prone, his inside out, to see if there's a blood leak anywhere. Back to Iris, I read how a mist sneaked up behind her and stole from her these keen lines she'd threaded through 27 novels, plus philosophical pieces, besides the daily things held dearest by those who knew and loved her. That mist slipped in and left her with only the question marks, anxious on the front edge of nowhere, only her childlike innocence intact. I glance outside and see them one by one and two by two, the ones sloughed off the revolving door. They go down the steps into wet fog and disappear into the parking lot backed by dark woods. A lull. The propeller blades flatten to a stop. Hall's clear and the cleaner comes. Perched high on his yellow machine, he plies up and down and scrubs away the footprints of those who come and those who go and those who stay on, perhaps to exit by some other door.
Thank you, Ian. And a double thanks because Ian went through the past issues of the Fiddlehead to pick out the poems by Bob Gibbs that make up the little folio at the beginning of the issue. So thanks for doing that work, Ian, as well as reading. You know, like Bob, just like one of the many, many people who have helped the Fiddlehead make it to 80 years.